Good afternoon, Lions. Today we're going to learn 2 more words in sign language, and then we're going to read a story. So the first word we're going to learn is family, because we talked a lot about our families today. So to sign family, you make 2 circles with your hands and leave these 3 fingers in the air. Then you put your thumb together and bring them around in a big circle like this. Family. Family. Okay, let's try it one more time because this one's pretty simple. Make your circles, family. The next word we're going to learn is the word bad. Remember, we know the word good, and so to make the word bad, we're going to take our hand to our chin and then move it down like this. Bad. Okay, so we now know family and bad. And the reason we learned the word bad is because our story today is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Because even though we want to feel happy all the time, sometimes we have bad days. So let's read about Alexander's bad day. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell that it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I am going to be carsick. No one even answered. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyle was his next best friend, and that I was only his 3rd best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream cone falls off and lands in Australia. Even though Alexander's not having a very good day, he's not being very kind. Let's see if he starts having a better day. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Oh no, they found a cavity in his mouth. Maybe he's been eating too much sugar. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then I started crying because of the mud, and Nick said I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. Alexander's not making good choices, even though he's having a bad day. Sometimes when we have bad days, we don't want to make good choices. So then, we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But when the shoe man said, we're all sold out, they made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around on his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Maybe Alexander's daddy is having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day too. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot, I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like this. Even in Australia. Poor Alexander had a very bad day. Remember, that's bad in sign language. Putting your hand to your chin and then down. Bad. And family in sign language is when you take your 2 index fingers and pinch them onto your thumb and then put your other fingers in the air. Then you touch all these fingers together and make a circle. Family. Family. So now we know 2 new words. Bad and family. Well, I hope none of you had bad days, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you on Monday for circle time. Bye, Lions!